actually pretty important because BW Styles, if I'm thinking correctly, had to or tried to come out of a couple of matches previously beforehand, and has not. I don't think. Let's take a look. I'm taking a look back at our previous standings, and I don't think he had a winning result that he was really super duper happy with. So yeah. Did not get the win back in number 33, if I'm not correct. Then number 32 is where he came the closest against Luxray that night. And in 32, he came in second place, funny enough. So I know BW Styles is on fire right now, and I think he's definitely looking for his first dub in the series, which would be an amazing feat for him. So yeah, curious to see how this kind of goes.
Yeah, and with Chrom, still not sure about this pick.
Yeah, me neither. Did something happen? Did he get like some buffs or something like that?
No, like he's always been solid. Like he's not a bad character. It's just like it's just weird to see. I think especially for us because it's like it's a character we've never seen him play.
Got to make sure to replay this while I've got it in my mind. Solid as Hedgehog with another $5 donation. Thank you so much.
Yeah, like personally, like I play Chrom like semi-frequently, like in like friendlies and stuff, and like I think he's a really cool character. For a short time, I was thinking about using him as like a tournament character, just as like a secondary. But the reason I dropped him was because of like his lackluster recovery, and I just think that like he does decent damage, but with Mega Man like being so prone on like edge guarding you, it can be really troublesome for Chrom to try and get back when Mega Man can kind of just run out and like hit you. But when you're able to do things like that, and like once you get in on a zoner archetype character like BW, the speed of Chrom in the air and the ground, as well as just his sword, just makes him such a menace for all types of like zoner and like projectile based characters, because sometimes they just can't box well against these sword characters. And now we're going to be seeing Llomomo kind of occupy this space and try to stay on stage as long as possible, because as soon as he gets off, or like is put in a very disadvantaged state, like it's going to be really rough for Chrom to get back. But what we are seeing from Llomomo, which is pretty much like textbook Chrom, is like using these jabs into those aerials, into back air, into forward air, into up air, just things like that to continue like juggle scenarios. They deal pretty decent, consistent damage, which is why Chrom is considered so high. He's like if Lucina was Roy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like he doesn't have like a tipper or hilt thing like Martha Roy, but he also like Martha Roy, but he also does the just consistent damage that Lucina does across the whole blade. But he's much faster and more like mobile than like Lucina can be at times.
Yeah.
However, due to that, he can be like he can lose the stock kind of easily. But at the same time, he does have like a really good up B. It just has lots of decent damage. I think it does something like 26 damage if you hit it all the way through, and it spikes. Keeping this second stock. And here it is. Oh, it does not spike. But look at that. What a follow-up. So smart. Knew that BW was going to be stuck one way or the other and just reacted to whichever way he was rolling to. But BW fighting right back, taking that stock.
Yep. Knotted up at 1-1 in grand finals. Game 1.
Yeah. And I think this like, maybe Llomomo is just like, all right, I need to like warm up a character. And knew he could kind of throw like away like a win. Or, yeah, he could throw away a match earlier kind of just to warm this thing up. Because he may have been trying to really bank on having a different pick to fight BW with.
Yeah.
Because, like, especially, like, when he was playing BW in recent, like, weeks, both Bowser, DK, and DD were struggling. And even then, like, well, we've seen BW play. Like, he's doing great against the Falcos. He's doing great against other players, like, all night. So, I think what's going to happen is this character is probably going to be out for the long haul. This isn't, like, something crazy
Some
new.
pocket character, yeah.
Yeah. It might, honestly, I could see this kind of being, like, the new Falco.
Oh, Chrom, you think so?
Possibly, because this is kind of like how Falco started out. Like, we saw Llomomo throw out like, what was it, DK? Oh, and that's what I mean. Like, he goes nowhere. But we saw like Llomomo throw out like DK, I think, and then like DDD a lot, right? When we first initially met him, and then like randomly he kind of just started throwing out that Falco, and we're like, what's this? Like, what are you doing, man? And then now he kind of just primarily plays Falco. So, you never know, man. Like, I think that Llomomo and Luxray, with Luxray's like Falco as well, they seem to kind of like routinely get like one of these newer characters that like are not necessarily played a bit, but like they are interested in, and they just start throwing them in the tourneys just to see how it works.
Just to see how it goes, yep.
Yeah. Because they're trying to stay on top of things, and it's kind of something that in Ultimate, just at a pro level even, you're starting to see more. You're starting to see more like top and like high level players have like 2, 3, 4, even like 5 or 6 like characters that play in like one tournament. Like there was a guy, he won a tournament, he had 6 characters that he played the entire tournament, like interchangeably, and it's just like it. Sure, maybe it feels like you might need to really prioritize like practicing all of them, and that maybe a handful, but like you may just use like 2 of them for like very specific matchups, whereas then the other 4 you might just use for like every other matchup or whatever. And that's something that is starting to become very much more aware, because like if you're decent enough with a character and you know that that character struggles in that character matchup, it might just be something that you're okay with. But we are seeing the switch to DDD. What do you think about that?
I think the DDD, again, is going to be interesting to see how, because we're playing on not small Battlefield this time, instead on PS2. So he doesn't have the same type of ledge protection overhead that he does beforehand. But I think that's really something that he probably caught on to and said, I like that a lot.
Yeah. That's true. I think it's also like, it's probably just like comfort too, because it's like, all right, well, if you're gonna go back here and it was a close set already, like I already know what I can do on the stage as DDD, because he can kind of just throw out that Gordo and do up tilt still, and not necessarily catch you on the platform, but maybe like what happened was BW went to try and punish Llomomo, and he can still throw out that up tilt and punish you.
Yeah. And I mean, we just saw him do it there just a second ago. Wow, that's still not killing him at $139.
Yeah, he's so heavy.
He got the setup on the ledge grab, basically made him forward roll into him by trying to avoid the Gordos, and then I don't think it was a smash that killed him, but at the end, essentially that's what happened.
Yeah.
Cost him the stop.
And a lot of times, my best advice is to just kind of do get up jump. So just push and jump on your controller or pushing up on your stick. And a lot of times that can just be the best option, because like it just gets you out of there. Like if you try to either drop from ledge or like roll through or even drop and then re-grab, like a lot of times you just don't know what's going to happen then. Whereas like if you jump, at least the DDD has to turn around, and then you can just double jump if they try to either jump and catch you or like catch you on the way down. Or like you can just throw out a hitbox with a Gordo in your face. And it's a bit less scary there than it would be like on ledge. Because it's like on ledge, you're pretty much just stuck, or you make a weird action too late. And I think that I can kind of attribute that knowledge or just advice to Thugnificent, who's played in a couple tournaments here in the past, but he's my practice partner at college.
Gotcha.
So he teaches me all about DDD.
Now here's what's funny. We can't forget that BW Styles also had a similar kind of ledge guard kind of game where he played around with a lot of his different projectiles.
Yeah, that's true.
Difference is Llomomo. Llomomo has a character with multiple jumps.
Yeah.
So he does not need to try to recover like everyone else, where he's out of jumps after 1 or 2.
Yeah. And we've kind of seen that too, like in a couple games here or there. Like you'll see Llomomo, like even like let's say he's guarding ledge. Like sometimes in the past, instead of going for these Gordo stuff, he would just literally just occupy space and then just back air and fair repeatedly in the same spot, and like then people would try to like punish it, and then that would happen. But not getting you He's not thinking yet. That's scary. Oh, oh gosh.
Get off that
I don't
platform.
think you should. I don't think you should be above. Oh.
Wow, BW Styles. Here we go. One more win till his first tournament win. Wondering how that's going to go. Is Llomomo going to get ready to have a 3-0 run back?
Oh my god. I'm just gonna say like probably. Not like at least a game. I think at least a game.
He's going to get a game in here, right? You don't think that it's going to be a 3-0 G Finals?
I will not say that. I will not confirm that. I don't want to jinx anything.
Oh, wow. So they're not kidding around. I almost could go right back into the game. Yeah, it looks like they're hopping right back to it.
I think that Llomomo is like, listen, man, like, this is it. Like, if you win, you earned it. Because I'm playing DDD, my character. Like, this is, like, my man, and you're Mega Man. So we're going to be 2 men, and we're just going to be fighting. One king and one Mega Man.
One Mega Man, yeah. Now, what I think will be interesting to see is I think the same kind of applies as before. We're going to see who gets started best first, and we can see Llomomo went right to the positioning that I think has really been in his favor tonight. Now, granted, BW Styles, I think, has a few more tools to really kind of fight back against that. This saw is proving invaluable because it comes out pretty quick, does multiple hits, all of that good stuff. But there's what Llomomo wants right there.
And I was just going to mention that actually about the saw. I think that's something that BW hasn't been doing yet, and I have never seen him do enough yet. And this is something that Thugnificent actually mentioned to me after watching a couple of the VODs from when BW took second a couple weeks ago, like we were talking about, was that BW needs to be using more of just his neutral jab lemons and like aerial lemons, like on air, because those small little pellets will still hit back Gordo as strong as Saw does, and be much less committal for BW since he can throw out so many of them in a row. Like, it's not like you have to time them well. You just have to throw out them as you see DD winding up to throw the Gordo. So like right there.
Yeah, as you guys can see, everybody's playing a guessing game on getting back on the ledge.
Yeah. Kind of backing off here is BW trying to control this space with these platforms, but like same thing can be said. Oh, it keeps going for that grab. I'm not sure like what it is that BW wants from that, whether it's a back throw, but even then, I don't think a back throw would kill there. And he goes for the
tried
clamp.
To hit him with the cram real quick. Not working out there.
Yeah.
There's that back throw.
One thing also that BW I feel like needs to start mixing up is that aerial edge guard with that nice.
Hit him with the cold cram. Get rid of that first stock right there. No, I think both of them really love this positioning of being able to go underneath one of the platforms and play guessing games with you on recovery.
Yeah, and I think something that Llomomo, in my opinion, this game has been doing it a bit better than BW. And I say it because, a lot of this game plan that he's been doing is like just slowly mixing up the types of timings that he does, like in terms of the pace of the whole overall game. And I like BW is like staying on the platforms, but he isn't doing it in a way that like slows the pace of neutral down. He kind of just goes on the platform, stays there for a sec, gets a saw, and jumps down. And then it allows for like all of this damage to come. Oh, that would have killed it. Like, dash tech is such a small hitbox, but it occupies such a valuable portion of space that if you stand in front of that hitbox, you die. And I don't know, man. I think if BW wants to take this game, he's got to take the stock soon. And he's got to start mixing up some smaller stuff. Oh, nice. Gets out of danger. Nice. Stays on that ledge. Nice. That's exactly what he needed. He needs to now play really well. Like, he needs to get out of... He just needs to control neutral, I think. Like, you cannot allow yourself to get boxed into this ledge here, because one hit every time and you're just going to get sent off. And... yeah.
And there it is. Llomomo getting on the board.
Yeah. I think that's okay. Because I think I'm hoping, because right here he did like BW had a decent reaction. He was able to like make that disadvantage he was in, that like being so like trapped into an advantage with that edge guard. But then here he put himself right back into that disadvantage by trying to run away, and it was punishing him because instead of kind of playing the match at your own pace and like trying to like grab up some percent, he was having to fight from behind and fight against a wall, really, against Llomomo. And it's just so hard to do when you have DDD where, like, he can throw out the Gordo, he can control space with the hammer. Like, it's just so much to try and get through, like, without being able to control his center.
All right, looks like small battlefield. Oh, I feel like this is even in more favor towards Llomomo. I think he really enjoyed small battlefield, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah. Now, I could kind of understand it. Maybe like BW feels that like the extra space isn't necessarily helping him now, and maybe he's also hoping that he's iced Llomomo's like brain in terms of like what he can do safely, which is a possibility, but. Yeah, you can never count that for sure. So, like, I don't think that's necessarily the best game plan. I would rather see him go to just regular Battlefield, or even just, like, Final Destination, since there is no platforms to worry about. It's literally just a flat stage, and if you use the pellets well, Gordo is not a character. It's not something. It's not an argument in this battle anymore. I'll have to invite Magnificent to my talk show about this, because he definitely.
This will be some really good analysis, yeah.
Yeah, like personally, like he as a DDD player, he genuinely is scared of Mega Man, because it's like alleged from what I understand, it's very hard for DDD when you use those pellets, and we see them somewhat from BW, but we don't see it much in this matchup really. Because even now, like, we're seeing BW use more of that, those aerials and the side B, rather than, like, pellets against, while DDD had the saw in his hand. He still does. So now you're seeing, like, his game plan kind of slow down. And this is something that I think a lot of characters kind of can't do, whereas DDD kind of can. Is they can hold onto a projectile like this, and if they know the player likes that projectile, see, now we're starting to see lemons come out, because BW is starting to realize, like, I need to get this out of his hand. But DD can still throw Gordo. So it's like he kind of has a chance. That was scary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Talk about a trap.
Yeah, and even there, BW kind of has a bad habit we're seeing where he'll go for saw up close, and then he'll go for a grab, and the grab will miss because the small knockback from saw pushes DDD away from the grab range. Whereas if he just went for like up close saw into like Kfair or back here like that, it works. So I think hopefully that's something that he starts to drop as a habit, because it's definitely been hurting him a lot in a lot of these games that he's either lost or just lost the stock in because of.
There's some power pellets, yep.
Yes, I am interested. Maybe he's catching
on. He's listening, yeah.
Slowly but surely. And look at that, Leaf Shield beats up tilt. And then, like, this is the type of pacing I think we need to see from DW, so hopefully he keeps this up. Like, this is starting to take advantage of DDD's weaknesses that I kind of talk about every so often, but you never really get to see it. It's interesting, I didn't ever realize that, like, it looks like that how, it looks like, side B from Mega Man, that bomb, does not really affect Gordo in the way that I would have expected it to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Momo tried to eat that saw right there.
Wow, that was a really good DI and the jump at the end just to make sure you live that. Yeah, that's so smart. That's also a direct thing from DD buffs, is that because there's less end lag on throwing, even the animation of just throwing a Gordo, like, it's even quicker now to kind of do that fake out where, like, he just threw a Gordo, so, like, once he tried to throw another one, there was no like it's not gonna let him do another one that early, and so then he just does nothing into that up tilt, and it's just like look, whoop, whoop, and it's just so quick at the end. Very, very sneaky.
Shouts out again to Buckets Game Zone. You guys have been giving out some really great donations for it. I'm super thankful. My friend Lauren definitely appreciates it. I'll be sure to let her know she probably is dead asleep. She does not sit up to play games. And oh no, here comes the change. I don't know if I really like this one, man. I mean, I really enjoyed the amount of projectile battles we could have had with it before, but let's see how it turns out.
Now, I will say, the one thing that keeps me being like, okay, well, maybe if he does it this week, is that if BW is able to use that power...
The power guys at towards the end?
No, it's just the neutral B version of it. It's just like the little small one.
Oh, Power Wave.
Yes, Power Wave. If he's able to use that on the ground, it does travel like pretty far. So
okay.
I don't know if it's tap or hold, but one of them is a much slower like version of Power Wave.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier to time to fight against that Gordo.
The air version, and I believe on the real Power Wave, you can put the actual inputs in for like the faster, longer traveling one.
Okay, I see. Yeah, because like I play a bit of Terry, but I pretty much only know how to do very specific like I know how to do like the easy jab power down, and then like a couple of the crack shoot and like charged up B like ones, like where you do like I think it's up throw into like up air into charged up B when it's like all true and does like 50, but like that's more of like a
it goes
damage
to go.
thing.
Ooh. Oh, I was gonna say he can't come floating up there anymore.
Yeah. Ooh, nice parry. Now I will say this. The one thing Terry's super good at against heavies is stuffing them out and just like oppression. And like we are seeing the power waves coming out, playing a bit more passive. That's exactly how you need to play. Do not approach here. Do not approach. You got go. Lives, thankfully. No. Okay, good. Doesn't read it. Nice. Gets the grab.
Ooh, tried to hit him with it. Yep.
Oh, that was so close. Did you know? Fun fact: the way Buster Wolf works in this game, it's a command grab. So
okay.
Yeah, it's just him moving fast, and it's a command grab. So pretty much, if you have a character with an up B that can like move Terry in a way that like makes him like not on the ground when he like hits you with it, it'll cancel the entire like hit thing, like where he punches you and blows you up at the end.
Gotcha.
And so, like, as a Pac-Man player, I have like what I like to call technique, but really it's just like reaction. And if I up B with the spring down and he hits me with the Buster Wolf at the same time, but all 3 levels of like the trampoline will hit us until it gets to the red one, and then it will put Terry into like a weird like free fall state, and he just can't finish it.
Yeah.
So I'm just alive. It's just so funny to look at. I'll have to send a video, but that's a good Buster Wolf.
All right, here we go. He's within the stock of winning this. Has go. Let's see if he's able to get back on the ledge.
Oh man. Wow.
Not like that.
I think it's. If he had gotten any percent, man.
Yeah, it would have been so helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like now he's gonna kind of get really antsy for a finisher, and we're gonna be seeing lots of power dunks to try and like get back and stuff. And
I mean, he's at 100 Neo right now.
Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. Come on, BW. I'm not biased, I swear. I just like seeing Terry, man. Oh, the final hits of. Wow. Don't tell me it's gonna be a 0 death Gordo being it.
Wow, he could eat Power Wave too. Something off the ground.
No, do jab. This is so scary. Oh, nice crack shoot. Oh, that's a reset.
And we are going into extra innings, folks.
I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm always worried because I can even see times where BW Styles wanted to approach on that, and you know, frankly, it's like he's putting his body in places that it didn't have to go before.
Yes.
So yeah.
And like the thing about his Terry, I think this is the best I've seen it like perform at this stage. Because like in the past, like it kind of just looked like not like it didn't really look convincing to me as like a pick, and it definitely looked a bit more stable this time around. But I think that even still, like if he's gonna pick, like I don't think it's smart to pull that again because I think with that last stock we definitely saw Llomomo kind of just be like.
There's nothing you can do. Yeah, there's nothing you could do against some of these Gordo setups.
Maybe a week from now, like if he like wants to like tone it up, because it does look practice. Like it does look a bit more reined in than it did like a couple weeks ago. But I just think that now, all right, you've iced your Mega Man. It's a new set. Play it like a whole different set, and just take a deep breath. Pick PS2. Pick Small Battlefield. Pick Town. Pick whatever. And just play like a whole new set. And if you show your patience and you start using what was working towards the end of that first set with Mega Man, you'll be fine. But if you're going to use Terry, you have to play passive, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know what the call is if he plays Terry. I honestly don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think it should be Terry. I just think that, like, it definitely seemed like it was working, but if he tries it again, it's not going to. I can just tell. Because I kind of feel like it's going to be like the situation from last time where, like, if he does play it again, Llomomo's kind of going to really react well and start really punishing a lot of the mistakes that BW is making.
Looks like they're going through their bands, looking at them over here on the side.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a Final Destination band, Smashville, and and Pokemon Stadium were banned in this one.
That's fine, honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's a fine band. Because at this point, to be honest, just want to see like both players trying to play as like viable as possible. And a lot of the times, it's so like I have this terrible problem of like, oh well, I could just play on like PS2 a bunch, and like in friendlies and stuff when I'm practicing, I'll just pick it over and over and over. And then when I go into tournaments, like I only want to play that stage. I'm just like, it's fine. Just keep playing it, and I lose because it's like. It's a bad like habit to just keep picking like that same stage, but we're seeing Link for a Battlefield stage.
Oh wow!
Now, I don't know a lot about Llomomo's Link, but maybe it's like kind of show it because I don't know. It might be like, all right, you showed me your Terry, now I'll show you my Link, and like kind of switch off of it after this, you know? But I don't know, or it's maybe just a mix-up thing. I don't remember seeing his Link ever. We see RP4s all the time, so like, I just have all of that bomb stuff in my head. Like,
what's the weight difference between Link and King Dedede? King Dedede is obviously pretty heavy.
Like, he like pretty much this way. Link is like Link is fairly. He's like upper midweight, right?
Gotcha. So
like. Heavier, like just a little bit heavier than Pac-Man, maybe as heavy as like Pyra, because she's at like an upper mid. But Dedede is like the third or second most heavy character in the game. Like he's really heavy. This is another one of those characters where I think that BW's just gotta push the offstage presence more. Link without bomb, or just a Link that isn't as keen on doing like those bomb recoveries, is one that you definitely should be punishing offstage more. Because like, oh, fine, yeah, that works too. Like if he's not gonna be able to make it back on his own, like that's perfectly okay. But we are seeing Llomomo still keeping this lead, despite the character switch. Now I like this. I still like the switch back to Mega Man. I just hope that this doesn't deter BW, because I think that like this is not RP4 that he's playing, and I think that like obviously from the like people SD all the time, but when somebody SDs due to like just misspacing like how far they think they'll get to, that's a sign that you just need to kind of analyze their playstyle a bit more and just kind of see what it is that the character like they're playing struggles with. Because I think that BW is kind of thinking like, well, Link doesn't struggle off stage because like RP4 just explodes, slams into the wall, and gets back for free every time. Yeah. Whereas like Link does have a very big vulnerable point on his head when he does do his up B, and if BW just waits a bit longer before jumping off stage to hit Link, he can pretty much. That's so unfortunate.
Llomomo going up 1-0 in the set.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Like, I just think that this match was kind of just like, it was a bit of like, for BW at least, I think it was like a bit of confusion, just like playing against Llomomo. And at the end, it was kind of just like he was trying to roll out of those jabs, and then because the second jab hit him off stage, it made him air dodge. So it was just a buffer issue.
Sure.
But like, I think Llomomo just has this really good handle on like platform control. And I think even in this matchup, I think that Final Destination, or what's it called, Northern Cave, would be a very good pick for him right now, because I just think that BW seems very like stuffed. He seems very like claustrophobic right now with these platforms. He's not using them well anymore. He like compared like very earlier sets where like he was moving on them and like being patient and stuff. And now we're kind of seeing him just kind of chill and like not use them to his advantage, whereas we're seeing Llomomo still do that. We're still seeing him do that type of patient play, like whether he's above or below it.
Well, it looks like they're going to town in City.
Yeah, and I think that's a good pick for BW. It gives him more stage to work with. And I definitely do not think that BW will have to worry about as many bomb setups. Now, I don't think that he won't have to worry about any of them, but I do think that with this larger stage, I think that Llomomo or BW should be far more aggressive off stage. It gives him far more room to go and re-grab that saw, and this also gives him a bunch of space to just kind of really focus those up airs on and just kind of get that little chip damage with that, as well as get that pellet damage. Plus, like in this matchup, it seems like Leaf Shield might be super useful, since he can just use Leaf Shield and then take the hit with the side B and arrows. And really good stuff, at least so far. Nice normal get up for Llomomo. What is this Link now?
Yeah.
Dude, it's identity theft. He's stealing your whole do.
Yeah. It's like he comes in and he downloads it and goes, oh man, this would be a great thing to do in the tournament.
Yeah. It's like, because was it Luxray or Llomomo who played DDD first? I can't remember, but like, does Luxray is here, he's like, yeah, I'm the heavy player, and then Llomomo's like, I'll be a heavy player. Maybe we have two of them now. But look at this, BW does have some percent lead on this game. Oh wow, barely rolling past that.
Here's the back.
Nice back throw, yeah.
Ooh, went right into the Sword of the Stone.
Wow.
DI's out of it. Not out of that though.
Yeah, that's hard. I think that this is a good place to be for BW. I just think that he needs to continue this damage output. Continue to like out damage and out stock Llomomo. And then I still think he's got to start changing up his down
ledge guard or
yeah. Like, because look, he goes for the same timing every time. He goes for that jump, wait, shoot. And every time, Llomomo knows that if he just goes down here and goes up, he's safe. And then he can kind of just get back on the stage free, because by the time BW is able to get back to ledge, he can't get high enough to, like, bypass ledge. He has to re-grab ledge and then wait. Yeah, I agree, RP4. Like, that's what I mean. Like, he knows the matchup. He just needs to do a couple small things better. And you like Mega Man this matchup? Okay. Oh, nice. Really good stuff. Reading the, knowing the ledge get up time, knowing that he didn't have enough invincibility to, like, stay there forever. Uh-oh. Oh, he had just enough resources, but unfortunately does not get any extra credit. Needs this game. I don't think... Yeah, that was a great use of resources by BW to make it back. I just think that he kind of like got ahead of himself and tried to like make it back, like fully on, like trying to skip ledge, and it just was not working. However, it's still tied in percent. Unless Llomomo knows how to bomb recover. And that's something I've been talking about, RP4, was that I feel that the one thing BW needs to be doing more of is just being aggressive with these edge guards and just timing the down airs a bit more, because not once have we seen Llomomo go for those bomb recoveries. And even if he knows them, he still hasn't gone for them. So I feel that if he can, or if he can't go for them, BW, like at this point, should be aware of that. Because it would definitely make this matchup super easy for him. In terms of... Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Not where he wants to be. Llomomo commanding 2-0 lead right now.
And that was so close. Like, I think that the biggest thing that kind of messed up, whether that was like a misinput or intentional, like, go for the dash attack with BW at the end there, was just that he would have, like... It was just unfortunate, and I gotta say, I wonder if that was the misinput, because like right here, that's an F smash, or not, or even an up smash, like maybe dash forward up smash, and maybe he just tapped A before like up or something, and like it was just so close in terms of like just taking it away. But Llomomo seems to be like just commanding, and like where did this link come from? Like what the heck is it?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't think I've seen any remnants of this ever before.
Yeah. Alright, so we're seeing Pyra and Mythra come out for BW. Who knows? I don't remember if I've seen BWs yet. So maybe he's got a decent one. Like it's genuinely possible. Plus, with their type of like crazy speed, he might just get that type of damage that he needs. Like, they're very fast, very damaging, and then... Ooh, bomb tech? Alright, switching to Pyra. Trying to control space with that side B. It, however, does leave you vulnerable, so however long that thing spins out for, you cannot attack again. You can only roll, dodge, or jump. Using the side B as a... burst option there, trying to get back to stage as well. Like, this character, like, has a lot that you can do with them. Just in terms of, like, how fast Mythra is. Like, if you just repeatedly throw, like, forward tilt out on their shield while they're shielding, they can do nothing but roll away, and then you can still sprint up to the person, and react before they can. Because that's how fast this character is. But Llomomo has shown that he's able to get around that by just showing like the small vulnerability by doing that up BF shield. And Pyra, I don't think is the move here. She, like, as much strength as she does have, I just think that it's just not showing off like well in this matchup.
Yeah.
Finally getting that F smash. Ah. Oh no. Nice, barely upset. Oh, just barely.
We gotta finish the boss before the end of the stream.
Alright. BW possibly on his turn in stock
On
here.
his last stock, possibly.
Yeah. And honestly, I think it might just be like smart for him to kind of just play as Pyra. And I say that mostly just because the times he is getting interactions with Mythra is not very, like, useful. Not useful. It's not very helpful, because it just seems like he's not getting the damage he deserves, like when he does get an interaction. And
yeah, DI's out
yet.
of that. Yeah. Oh, there's such an opportunity.
Yeah.
But not at kill range right now.
Oh, goes for the down smash, unfortunately. Nice, goes for the side B again. I think here it's possible, like, if you just keep throwing up that side B, it kind of negates any sort of projectile play as well as that bomb, because it'll blow up the bomb due to its fire properties.
Yeah.
And even now, like, Link is at kill percent. Just don't throw out too laggy of a move. Like, don't throw out that forward smash. Nice. Don't get hit by something crazy. Nice. Not gonna kill yet. Oh! Nice. Alright. You gotta play
He needs a perfect stop.
Yeah. Is it possible? Be careful of that bomb. Nice.
Oh, and there
so
it is.
Close. A 3-0 from Llomomo. Very close, but at the same time, like, I think that, I will say though that his Pyra did seem to be doing good against the Link. I think that just the switch to Link was just so, like, jarring. It's in a similar way to, like, who was it they switched to? Maybe like the Bowser and, Falco, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just a jarring thing to see in grand finals for him, I think. And so, like, it kind of threw him for a loop. And I don't blame him for trying out Mythra and Pyra, but I think that they are definitely new enough to where, like, every player has still some room to improve on their Mythra, because you definitely have to optimize your damage ratio. Like, how many combo moves are you getting for it to be useful for you to be playing that character? Whereas for Link, it's pretty much just play well and don't get killed. And that's kind of what the game plan was, and just like, I don't know, I think that BW just, he needed to change a couple small things with Mega Man against ZD, and definitely could have had it. And those small things were just like the pellet stuff, the use of Leaf Shield, and just a bit more patience. And he almost had it. Like, he's so close, man.
Yeah, most definitely. BW right there again tonight in the heartbreak of a loss. Solid as Hedgehog, I think, just threw in another 10 doll hairs in this one, getting us extremely close to our goal. Let's see. He puts please down on it. I'll replay it real quick. Down to our last 1,000 for the night, and just give you guys a quick reminder that we are doing this for Bucket's Game Zone right here in Chicago in honor of Women's History Month. This is a person that I went to high school with. She owns this business, does a lot of birthday parties, and I think that it's a lot of fun to hop into the space. They've got a virtual reality room where you can play virtual reality games that are based on the floor and the wall. Obviously, you guys can see the 2K, all the same as well. Then the custom birthday party things as well. So yeah, Bucket's Game Zone, if you guys get a chance, check them out. Been running a lot of stuff lately. And that is going to do it for us tonight, guys. Thank you so much again for hopping in. Let's take a look at that bracket real quick, but just before we leave. Llomomo coming out with the victory at the end of this one here. And a tough victory with a bracket reset and everything against BW Styles. They went the distance all the way to Game 5 and in the original bracket. Then in the reset, Llomomo with a clean sweep of 3-0 playing with his Link, which I had no idea that he had beforehand. So very interesting to kind of see that as well. And let's get back. And proved to be really kind of like the difference maker. I mean, it's interesting because essentially at this point, he's done such a good job with all of the varied characters. So tonight, I mean, for goodness sakes, you're going to have to make a poster that has Falco in it. Solidus, there we go. Closing it up right there, making himself the stream boss for the night. As you guys can see, my picture was removed in Solidus Hedgehogs. It'd be nice if you had a photo for your icon. Yeah, that's what happens. So it puts up a general icon, but it removes my photo and puts your photo up if you have one. And now we've got 10,000 until we defeat Solidus Hedgehog. So thank you so much on that for definitely helping. I'll be sure to give Lauren your best for coming through and helping out on that. But another close one for BW Styles. But I'm super excited to see how much progress he's made over the course of the time with us. And so, that might be coming up soon. Cherry, before we get out of here, man, you want to remind everybody on your upcoming show?
Yeah, so this Monday, I'll be talking about just like what happened this past tournament, as well as kind of diving a bit more into it with like player coaching stuff on Wednesday. And so both Monday and Wednesday at about 4 p.m., you can catch my stream at cherry_SSB. And just you'll watch in there. If you're a player of these tournaments and you want some sort of like player advice, just let me know what set it is that was from the IPG stream, and I will critique it for like over an hour. And it's just, I want to make sure players improve. A couple of players have already done it and it's helped them so much, and it's only going to help people improve more. So that's my spiel.
Cool deal. All right, guys. Well, we are going to wrap it up here. We are going on to IDM 36 next week as we are coming to the close of our very first season, for real this time, though, of 2021. The close of season 4, and we'll be moving on to season number 5. Thanks, everybody,